Spider-Man's age in every universe, the character's ages in-universe, and the actor's ages while filming. Spider-Man hit theaters in 2002, but it's believed the story took place in between 2001 and 2002. And the freeze framers found the receipt. The Daily Bugle reward front page in the movie is literally dated October 21st, 2001. And the story runs from a spring field trip to a Thanksgiving dinner. Peter is a high school senior at age 17 when the spider bites and is 18 by graduation. Tobey Maguire filmed the movies at age 25, making him the only high schooler with a mortgage-ready credit score. Spider-Man 2 came out in June 2004, and this one nails its own date. Aunt May says it's been 2 years next month since Uncle Ben was taken, and the wedding invitation at the end reads, Monday, April 26. That combo only works on the 2004 calendar, the most precise date in the whole franchise, and they blew it on a wedding where the bride ghosted, giving your mom flashbacks to her vacation in Cabo. The official tie-in book even prints Bugle articles dated April 2004. Peter is 19 or 20, failing Columbia and pizza delivery at the same time. Tobey started filming in April 2003 and turned 28 in the middle of it, making him older than some college professors. Spider-Man 3, the movie where Peter cheated on MJ and MJ cheated on him, was released in May 2007, but it's set 1 year after Spider-Man 2, meaning the film took place in 2005. There's even a Tony Award sign in the background pointing to that June. Peter is roughly 21 to 22, although the jazz bar dance scene would be criminal at any age. Tobey filmed it from January to July 2006 and turned 31 during the shoot. Keep in mind the exact in-universe age is slightly debated. Comic Book Resources uses the release date 2007 as the in-universe year, which would make Peter 22 to 23 instead. Then, No Way Home released December 2021, but set in MCU's fall in 2024, ending on Christmas. That means his Peter has been Spider-Man for about 22 in-universe years. Release date math would make him 39 or 40. But Chris McKenna, one of the screenwriters, overruled the calculator and said this Peter was 43. This would actually change the Spider-Man timeline quite a bit and would make it so the first Spider-Man took place between 1998 and 1999. Tobey was 45 while filming, playing a 43-year-old. It took the man almost 20 years to finally play someone his own age. And he might not be done. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is expected in Avengers Doomsday, which takes place in the year 2028. It filmed between April to September 2025 with some reshoots in June 2026. Prediction markets say he's going to be in the film, and he was even seen in London while the cameras were rolling. I don't think it's a coincidence the same way I don't believe politicians were riding the Lolita Express to gain frequent flyer miles. Since Avengers Doomsday takes place in 2028, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man would be deep in his 40s. The Amazing Spider-Man came out in July 2012, but here's the twist. The movie is mostly set in 2013. Aunt May's kitchen calendar matches January 2013, and Gwen's calendar matches March, and a car registration in the film reads March 2013. And Sony's real-time Daily Bugle blog marked May 1st, 2014 as the 1-year anniversary of the Lizard's attack. Peter is a 17-year-old high school upperclassman, while Andrew Garfield was 27 while filming. But in this movie, the actor actually looks like he's in high school rather than an undercover cop trying to blend in. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, the movie where Spider-Man learned he would be a terrible chiropractor, was released in May 2024. The Bugle campaign announced the Oscorp Power Grid would open April 16, 2014. Gwen was still alive by May 1st, 2014, and Norman Osborn's on-screen death notice says 2014. Peter graduates that spring at 18 or 19. And when Harry guesses they haven't seen each other in about 10 years, Peter corrects him by saying it's 8. The man tracks his own timeline better than Sony does. Add the 5-month time gap after Gwen Stacy's death, and the movie ends in late 2014. Andrew filmed it in early 2013 at 29, 1 year away from playing a teenager in his 30s. In No Way Home's 2024, his Peter has been swinging the webs for about 11 years. And every version of the math has him between the ages of 28 and 29. However, if you use the date of birth that the internet largely believes, which is August 1995, then he would be 29 in this movie. In contrast, Andrew Garfield was 37 while filming. Sign this man up for more Spider-Man movies. Then we have MCU Spider-Man. We know as a fact Peter was born August 10th, 2001, 1 month and 1 day away from a really awkward birthday. Captain America Civil War was released May 2016 and also takes place in 2016, one of the few times where the years align. Peter Parker is 14 and Tom Holland was 19 while filming, too young for many US politicians. Spider-Man Homecoming released July 2017, but takes place in the fall of 2016. No matter what that 8 years later title card says, it was a mistake so bad that Marvel's official timeline book blamed it on a misfiled case file. Peter Parker was 15 and Tom Holland was 20 while filming. Avengers Infinity War released in April 2018, also set in 2018, and Peter Parker dies like Uncle Ben at the age of 16. Meanwhile, Tom Holland filmed the movie between the ages of 20 and 21. Avengers Endgame released a year later in April 2019, while the movie takes place starting in 2018 and then jumps 5 years later into 2023. Peter comes back to life that year in October. And this is where it gets a little confusing. His biological age is 16 and his calendar age is 22. I'm counting his biological age as the years he was alive for every year since 2001, blip and all. Skipping 5 years without aging a day is similar to the same magic trick your mom pulls on her dating profiles. Tom Holland was 21 while filming. Spider-Man Far From Home released July 2019, but is set in the summer of 2024. This is also the movie where we see his passport confirming his birth date. Peter is biologically 16 with a calendar age of 22, and Tom Holland was 22 while filming. One of the few instances where the numbers match. Spider-Man No Way Home released December 2021 and was set in the fall of 2024 through Christmas. Peter turned 17 with the calendar age of 23, while Tom Holland filmed at 24. Spider-Man Brand New Day released July 2026 and pulls an Endgame. It opens about 9 months after No Way Home in late 2025, then montages ahead of 2028, 4 years after Spider-Man No Way Home, and several more months pass after that point. That makes Peter 21 to 22 biologically, with his calendar age being 27, while Tom Holland filmed at age 29 during the entire production. A 29-year-old actor playing a 21-year-old character is basically a prerequisite at this point when playing Spider-Man. Then we have one of my favorite Spider-Mans, Peter B. Parker. You know, the Spider-Man who didn't ruin his marriage by making a deal with the devil. Into the Spider-Verse released December 2018, which is also believed to be the same year the film takes place. The movie never gives Peter B. Parker's exact age, but we do learn he's been Spider-Man for 22 years, which lands him in the 38 to 40 age zone. Jake Johnson recorded his lines between the ages of 39 and 40, making this one of the rare instances where the actor lines up with the character. Across the Spider-Verse released June 2023, with Miles Morales stating, "It's been a year and 4 months since the events of the first movie." So call it 2020 in this universe. Peter B. Parker is pushing 40 with a baby strapped on his chest. Jake Johnson recorded the movie in his early 40s, continuing the streak of age-appropriate casting. And one last bonus addition, Japanese Spider-Man. Toei Spider-Man's movie premiered July 1978, in between episodes 10 and 11, while set in present-day Japan in 1978. This character isn't Peter Parker, his name is Takuya Yamashiro, who is officially 22. We even know his birthday, which is March 1st, 1956. Shinji Todo filmed it at age 23, while also sharing the same birthday as the character, March 1st, although they have a 1-year age gap. So there you have it, Spider-Man's age in every movie. Let me know in the comments which version is your favorite, and let me know which Spider-Mans you think will appear in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars.